Hey, what's up everybody? Dimitri of Cat Gaming here, and today we're going to be reviewing the
FIFINE
T669 microphone bundle. Really great budget bundle here. It comes with a lot of stuff, so let's open the box. So in the box you get a pop filter, a windscreen, a shock mount, a very long USB cable, a scissor arm, the microphone, a clamp, and a little stand for your desk if you need it. A quick disclaimer, FIFINE did reach out to me and sent me this microphone to review. All of these opinions are my own and they had no oversight on my video before posting it. I will be keeping the T669 going forward and we will use it in comparison videos with other microphones in the future. Alright, so when you first open the box, you're going to be welcomed to a pop screen. And this is a really nice quality pop screen actually. I had an old pop screen back when I used my Blue Yeti and the gooseneck was not nearly as nice as this, and this filter here is really nice and fine. As you can see here, it's really a pretty good piece, and the clamp is rubberized, so that's pretty nice. We get a user's guide. We don't use user guides around here, but there is one. And just some product information with the company website on there. And we go and take off this piece of foam. And now we get a look at the inside of the box. And you can tell there's a lot of things in here. And for its price, not bad. So we do get some extra bungees here for the included shock mount, which is really nice. It even shows you how to replace them if you need to. It's a really nice addition, and having a shock mount with your microphone is just a really nice thing to have, especially if you move your microphone around a lot while you're streaming or talking on a podcast, for example. For example, if I move my microphone right now, you can hear it when it moves. But the shock mount will actually help reduce a lot of that noise. So we'll try that one out and we'll test it. You also get a windscreen. Not the biggest windscreen ever, but seems like it should do the job. You get a really nice thick USB cable. USB A to USB B. It feels like a pretty solid cable. They even have a Velcro tie on there, which is nice. You get the bottom clamp for the scissor arm. You get the scissor arm itself, which is not bad. It feels a lot like any of the other scissor arms I've used, the inexpensive ones. The springs are relatively quiet. A lot of the times with these cheaper ones, the springs can be pretty loud, but it's not the quietest, but not the loudest either. And it's got the little piece here to be mounted to the bottom of the microphone. Should put this back in the box. We have, it's actually a little surprising. We have a little stand here that you can use if you want to use the microphone on top of a desk. And surprisingly enough, these legs are metal. I'm actually really surprised that these are metal legs. So it actually feels really solid. For example, the little one that came with my blue snowball was plastic. But this one being metal, it's a nice addition. And of course, last but not least, the actual microphone itself. So here we go. Here's the microphone. So it's on a little rotating mount here. You can spin it around. Here's the mount. You get a volume knob. Feels actually pretty good for a volume knob. Yeah, so the knob's pretty nice and smooth. You can see the pickup inside, Very small right in the bottom section here, so the top half is all empty. Relatively heavy for it's pretty small. I have big hands, but this is a pretty small microphone. And this mount just twists off pretty quickly, pretty nice and easy if you want to go ahead and mount it to the shock filter. Sorry, the shock mount. And there you go. So to install the microphone on the shock mount, I've noticed that a lot of the YouTube reviews that I saw with this microphone, people were putting it inside of this cradle. And that's not the way that it's supposed to be mounted. If they read the instruction manual, you'll actually see that it tells you to mount it on the top. So I know we said that we don't read user manuals, but that's a very helpful one that a lot of people got wrong because they didn't use it. So very simple. You take that ring off the bottom like I just showed, put it on top here, grab that little ring, and just screw it on. And there you go. So this is a cardioid microphone, so you want to make sure that you're speaking directly into the front of the microphone. So make sure you have it mounted however you're going to have it placed. And then to put it onto the scissor arm, really quick and easy. Actually, there we go, we got our microphone on our stand. Now, one downside about this right now is that the clamp, although it has a rubber piece here, it does not have rubber on top of this bottom part. So what I would suggest is if you have a spare piece of cloth, a spare piece of carpet even, anything, if you'd want to protect the bottom of your desk or whatever you're going to mount this to, it would be a great idea because this has got kind of a sharp edge and I wouldn't want to press it up against anything that I care about. So for now, we're just going to quickly use that manual that we didn't use earlier. Secure it at the bottom of our desk here. Nice and snug. Clear this desk. Slide that little piece in the top there. Make sure you loosen the knob. And we'll tighten this one up. And the microphone is not facing me, so we will loosen that. And there we go. So the nice thing is, because this is a USB microphone, all you got to do is plug it in, plug it into your computer, and it's going to recognize it almost right away. Okay, so my computer has recognized the microphone, and let's just go ahead and switch over to it. All right, so now you're hearing me on the FIFINE T669. I hope it sounds good. I'll listen to this after recording, and we'll compare it against my Rode Podmic. And also, let's go ahead and compare it to my Blue Yeti that we used to use as my main microphone before I switched over to my Podmic. It had a perfectly round door like a porthole, painted green, with a shiny yellow brass knob in the exact middle. It had a perfectly round door like a porthole, painted green, with a shiny yellow brass knob in the exact middle. It had a perfectly round door like a porthole, painted green, with a shiny yellow brass knob in the exact middle. It had a perfectly round door like a porthole, painted green, with a shiny yellow brass knob in the exact middle. It had a perfectly round door like a porthole, painted green, with a shiny yellow brass knob in the exact middle. So quality of the microphone itself is actually pretty great, as I mentioned before. Everything actually is pretty great quality. I've mentioned this little stand is all metal. The mounting equipment is plastic, but the ring that screws onto the threads on the bottom of the microphone is metal. The shock mount seems pretty good. Let's do a quick shock mount effectiveness test. So overall, not bad. It did pick up a lot of the desk noise, even when it was subtle and I wasn't really doing too much. But the nice thing is, when moving the microphone, it wasn't really picking up too much of the noise. And, you know, for a inexpensive microphone like this, it coming with a shock mount is a really good benefit, and it's a nice to have for sure. So as I mentioned before, the USB cable is nice and thick, seems really well built. It doesn't feel cheap at all, and it's a really long cable, so I had no problems running it from my microphone over to my streaming computer over there, with lots of extra space. What I would suggest is, if you have any extra Velcro ties sitting around, use those to secure the cable to the scissor arm if that's what you're using, in order to keep it out of the way and just clean up the space a little bit. Now, remember to make sure that you use the proximity best practices. So about a fist distance, 4 to 8 inches or so. For some people, it really depends. Right now, I have the knob turned up to about a third of the total gain, and it seems to be working pretty well for me because I am keeping quite close to it. I am about a fist distance away. So if you're going to be using this microphone while gaming, for example, let's take a look and see, because of its cardioid pattern and it is a condenser microphone, let's see how much background noise and keyboard noise it'll pick up while you're playing a game. So, not the greatest at getting rid of all that noise because, again, it is a condenser microphone. But considering that I have MX Blue switches on my keyboard, it wasn't the worst. And you can end up utilizing a noise gate in either OBS, if that's what you're using, or in Voicemeeter, if you'd like, to help eliminate some of that background noise. I'm unsure if you guys have been able to hear my air conditioning running in the background this entire time, but it is pretty loud, and normally most of my microphones do pick it up because I'm pretty close to it. It's on the other side of that curtain there, and I do my best to try to remove that in post. So keep in mind that with tech items especially, going the cheapest is usually not going to net you a very good result. It's probably going to be something poor quality, it'll usually fall apart, and it usually won't perform very well. But if you go up a step from the cheapest that you can get, and you get something that's a little bit more money, you can usually stretch your dollar a lot more and get a lot more value out of that product. And I feel like the T669 is exactly one of those things. So if you do a cost breakdown of all the things that you get with this microphone, you know, $15 to $30 for a boom arm, $6 for a little windscreen, about $10 to $15 for a pop filter. If you end up using the desk stand, that's about $10. Usually a shock mount can vary depending on the microphone that you're using, but I've seen a couple generic ones for, you know, cheap microphones for about $10 to $15. When you add that all together, that's about half the cost of what you'll be paying for this microphone. And if you factor in another microphone that I would consider equal quality but still being cheap enough, like the Blue Snowball, usually you can get it around $50 or so, then you're already, over the price of the whole bundle. And you're not getting a microphone of poor quality here either. It sounds pretty good. It does a very good job. And if you do want an all-in-one bundle with a microphone and all these accessories, which are really great, it's a great deal. The FIFINE T669 is a really good first microphone, especially if you're going to be doing, streaming, an old personal podcast if you'd like. If you just want to increase the quality of your microphone for Discord or in-game, really, whatever you'd like to do here. If you'd like to use a more professional set of headphones and not have to use one with a boom mic, and you want its own microphone, it's a great idea. And overall, I think the T669 is a great buy. And right now, the pricing is a little bit up from where it normally is because of COVID. I think all the prices of a lot of things have been going up quite a bit. So in the US, this microphone can usually be had for around $50. Right now, it seems to have gone up to about $76. And in Canada, the usual price seems to have been around $80, but right now it's up to around $97. If you have any questions about today's video, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below, or go ahead and join our Discord. We're always in there, always having a chat, and if you'd like to have a little bit more of a discussion, that's definitely the place to be. I'll leave a link in the video description below. So this is my first review video. If you did appreciate it, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have any feedback for me, please let me know. I'd like to take those into consideration and use those going forward. But if you do want to be notified of any of my future reviews, consider hitting that subscribe button, maybe hitting the bell icon and being notified of all the future videos. And as always, we stream on Twitch from Friday until Tuesday. Come check me out, hop in the chat, say hello. If you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them there. And as always, stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next Friday.